And I was like, please leave in the butt. All children will love this butt. Hello, I am Emma Straub. I'm the author of 6 books for grown-ups, including This Time Tomorrow and All Adults Here and Modern Lovers. And I own Bookstore Magic, a bookstore in Brooklyn, New York with my husband. And I am here to talk about my first picture book. It's called Very Good Hats.
I'm so excited to talk about you and your work. I obviously know you as a writer. I know you're beautiful writing for adults. Your beautiful bookstore for adults and children. Your beautiful cat who wants to make an appearance. The writing in Very Good Hats just has this, it's really specific, it's really beautiful and delicate, and there's this deceptive simplicity. So we sort of want to look at some of the pages and some of the words and see how you chose the words to achieve that effect.
One of the things that I made my children do over and over again was make picture books. And so I started to make picture books too. And I found my little, this is how Very Good Hats started, which was at 20 or 17 extraordinary hats. So that's a word choice right there that clearly I thought extraordinary was, I don't know, too long, too froofy. It didn't get to the feeling that I wanted. And 20 or 17, like they both sound bad. They both sound bad, you know?
Wait, Emma, but why? Is it because like a number pins it down, or is it like the rhythm of the number? Like what is it that feels wrong on your ear?
I think both of those things. I think a number pins it down. Like there are so many books in my bookstore that have numbers, and those books are great, but they're about counting. If there was 1 hat on one page and 2 hats on the next page and 3 hats, sure, that would be really fun. But that wasn't what I wanted. If my initial impulse was extraordinary hats, that wasn't actually what the book ended up being about. The book is much more about how to use ordinary objects or ordinary things in your life as hats. But ordinary, you couldn't call a book Very Ordinary Hats, because that sounds terrible. But very good hats, very good hats, very good hats. So I think just a good hat, sometimes just a good hat is enough. Acorns make snug hats for your fingers. Raspberries, chewed up gum, tortellini, and doll shoes work too. I wanted to use the word acorn. It seemed like the language that the child would actually use themselves, you know? Like if you're walking down the street and your 3-year-old picks up this part of an acorn and puts it on their finger, you're going to say, "You've got an acorn on your finger." Snug, you know, acorns make snug hats for your fingers. It's funny to think about it, to like really totally zoom in. Snug. It's a fun word to say. It makes you think about snuggling, which is, I would say, probably my like number one skill as a parent is like reading books together and snuggling. And to me, it's like snug it's such a warm word and like a comforting, cozy word. And also those things are small, you know, so it's going to be snug on there. And so snug worked just fine. Honestly, my favorite picture in the book is there's a spread where the whole family is in the bathroom and there's a parent in the shower and a parent out of the shower and 2 kids wearing towels and pajamas on their heads, you know. The parent in the shower, you can see their naked butt. The editor said, "Oh, I don't know. I think we should take out the butt." And I was like, please leave in the butt. All children will love this butt. So the line is, pajama pants make for a dangly hat, and towels are twirly hats, majestic as a unicorn. And so I was like, okay, so what is it that happens when you put the pajamas on your head? They dangle, right? They give you long hair. If you don't have long hair, they certainly give you, colorful, patterned fun long hair. And they sort of flop around, right? But floppy doesn't work. But dangly works. I mean, to me, the word dangly makes me think of like really fancy things, like earrings or Rapunzel. Like that's what the word dangly makes me think of. For towels or twirly hats, majestic as a unicorn. That's what I think of. To me, it's like a towel sort of wrapped around your head is like one of the great maternal mysteries of the world. How that shape occurs. That's how I think of it, at least. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone in that. But it's twirled. It's twirled. It's not just like thrown. It's not piled. I mean, the shape is sort of cone shape, like a unicorn horn, which is, maybe one of the only magical creatures as magical as one's mother. So then there she is, right? There she is. She's got her twirly hat, majestic as a unicorn. Isn't that how all children think of their mothers? I think so. When I was getting my graduate degree, I taught freshman English, English 101 at the University of Wisconsin. Like 18-year-old kids are like, okay, I'm gonna show this teacher how smart I am by saying heretofore or whatever, by using some like archaic language, just as clunky as a box of rocks. I think a lot of writers do that all the time, just to sort of show how smart they are. And I'm never interested in that. It's always, especially writing for kids, it's all about the fun. It's all about the fun of the word.